Hello, beautiful people. Welcome, Soul Tribe. And this is the Out of the Blue channel. And today's reading is all going to be about what's next in love. What doors are you unlocking? It's a reading both for singles and non-singles. And we shall see what the tarot cards have installed for you. But let me introduce your piles to you. So for group number one, you have the Wild Reflections Tarot, and this is what the back of your deck looks like. And your charm is this heart key. Group number two, you have the Light Seers Tarot, and this is what the back of your deck looks like. And your charm is this heart key. Group number three, you have the Dream Within Dreams Tarot, and this is what the back of your deck looks like. And your charm is this heart key. So bearing in mind that this is a collective reading, I advise you to choose your pile following your intuition. Obviously, you should take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Choose your group. You will find a timestamp down below, and I will see you in your further reading. Hello, group one. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Wild Reflections Tarot, as well as this key charm. So let's start with your reading. I'm going to put your charm here, and I'm going to put your tarot deck to the side. Let's start by picking some oracle cards to see what's next in your love life, or what's the tea in your love life. The Blue Spirit for my dear group one. Oops, that flew away. Okay. If you are interested in knowing names of the decks that I use, you will find them listed in the description box below. That's too many, sorry. For my deep group one, please. Okay, there we go. So let's see what you have installed. So you've got the animal, you also have the black jaguar with the keyword old soul. We will get into that. But the statement is, walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. Lovely. But we shall read from the guidebook later on. You also have flow. So let's start off the reading by getting your guidebook for the black jaguar. Okay, black jaguar, here it is. So the keywords are lunar magic, mystery, charisma, power, prophet, prediction, passion, strength, stealth, sexual, grace, rebirth, and royal. If the black jaguar is your power totem, you are blessed with a fierce guardian. It is a spirit imbued with courage, grace, valor, and power. Panther is a symbol for the dark moon and all the things we can and must see beyond our earthly vision. Black Jaguar is a poet, a prophet, a protector, and an artist. They are associated with old souls, and this fiercelessness comes from knowing what lies beyond the veil, and that life is an illusion hiding in an ethereal truth of life everlasting. If you if you are ever lonely, frightened, or lost, call upon the spirit of the jaguar for company and direction. If the jaguar is your totem, it will be there for your life changes, growth, and discovery. Panther teaches that struggle, suffering, and endings push us to become the persons we were born to be. Do not resist this gift. A new life awaits the brave souls who are willing to face the dark night of the soul, wake up with the dawn, and walk graceful into a new world. Panther will be by your side. Very beautiful. So, for starters, my dear group one, I think that you are single. I think that you have been struggling with your love life, particularly. I think, as a card said, and with the animal card, that you have been through some inner work, some soul searching, right? You've been through the dark night of the soul that I've said, but you have become stronger in that process. And you have two very strong cards here, the animal and the Black Panther. Obviously, with this flow card, I think that you have healed what you had to heal, and you are now going with the flow, waiting for the universe to give you a sign that it's okay to love again, that it's okay to love yourself, and that is okay if others don't love you as you expected, because you won't be willing to take that anymore. But let's just have a look at your tarot cards. I just wanted to say before I have a peek at the tarot that with all these blues and blacks, I think that your shadow work has enabled you to develop your intuition, and that you see the world in a pretty different way nowadays than what you did previously. And I think that this is very beautiful, because flow brings us these waves that obviously waves are commanded by the moon cycle. So again, the moon, the Black Panther always also talks about the moon. And this animal card that depicts an eye, so I'm just going to show you up close. This actually looked like a wolf's eye. A wolf's eye, and wolves are nocturnal creatures, right? And this all brings me to believe that your intuition has been heightened with this inner work that you have done, my dear group one. But let's start with your tarot. Please, for my dear group one, what's next? What's next in love? My dear group one. Okay. This one wanted to come out. My dear group one, please. Okay. One more, please, for my dear group one. Thank you. So let's rest this right over here. And let's see your cards. So you start off with the Chariot. Then you have the Emperor. Wow. You also have the Knight of Swords. Okay. You have the Five of Wands. Very interesting. This Five of Wands. We'll talk about that in a minute. Sorry. And you have the Page of Cups. Beautiful and Page of Cups. Okay. So can you see all the cards? I think so. So let's start off with the Chariot. The Chariot, actually you have two major arcana here that represent the way that you are stepping into love, right? And the Chariot is a very good card in the sense that it's about accepting the trial with a strong willpower. So in this sense, my dear group one, you are starting to be open to love. You are accepting the challenge, but with a strong willpower and the inner knowledge of a success. You want things to go well. You want things to bring you the merit that you deserve, right? Something that is giving you as much as you are giving, right? And so the Chariot really points out that you are going into this with a triumphant set of mind. And it's followed by the Emperor. And look, this Emperor is a shaman, right? And a shaman has to go into the into the underworld in order to get to the upper world. So you've been through the night of the soul, definitely, but you have come out as an emperor. It's someone who creates order out of chaos, right? And shows the struggle between humans and wild nature, and engraves this legend with his success, right? It's like he's the wounded healer, right? And he's the heroic figure behind all initiation tales, right? And so he represents authority and establishment and structure. So my dear group one, you have been dealing with a lot, but that is past. And in the present time, you are facing your love life with authority, with the know-how, with a triumphant set of mind. And that is very important. It is followed by the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is a card that represents being direct, impatient a little bit. Look, he's riding his bike across the desert and he's going for it. He's just going for it, right? So directed, daring, focused. You want to go all the way. There is a certain instinct in you with the animal card here that pushes you to go that extra mile, even though you have had your issues in the past. You are following your instinct. You are goal directed when it comes to love, and you know exactly what you want with the Emperor and the Knight of Swords here. And you have the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands, in this particular deck, it's quite interesting because the Five of Wands usually represents conflict or fighting. But in this case, they are actually playing a game. So everybody's hiding behind a pole. And this person in the middle is actually doing magic. So it is as if everybody is watching and they are smiling. Can you see? They're all smiling. There is no hint of conflict or in any case, any disagreement between the people. They are all smiling and they're all in wonder with the central figure here, who is actually doing magic. So in this sense, I think that all of those who have doubted you, my dear Group 1, will in fact admire you for your journey, the journey that we have talked about. And they will be almost surprised, like, what is Group 1 doing now? It's like you're gaining momentum, you're stepping ahead, because the Five of Wands also represents this, momentum, stepping ahead. And everybody's going to be like, what? How can he or she do it? What gave her the power? Where did she find the wheel of power? But you do have here the Chariot, and you do have your Knight of Swords. So you'll be like riding your bike past through everyone, and they will be like in awe of you. And you finish up your reading with the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups is all about being sensitive and being a dreamer, but also about being spiritual and psychic and receiving messages. It's also about good news. So when it comes to love, you might be getting good news, right? This is a very positive card at the end of the reading. But I want to clarify these cards to have some more information. So for my dear Group 1, no, these are too many. Can we clarify the Chariot, please? Clarifying the Chariot for my dear Group 1. You have the Star, wow. Yeah, you are following your destiny. After this dark night of the soul, my dear Group 1, you are following your destiny. You know that love is meant for you. And you are being so brave, stepping ahead. Let's clarify the Emperor, please. Clarifying the Emperor. We have the Sun. So beautiful. Lots of major arcana for you, my dear Group 1. And totally worth it, I might add. Yeah. Yep. The sun is going to shine for you. You will have your fulfillment. Clarify the Knight of Swords. Yep. You have the Two of Wands. Seeking out new worlds. Oh, look, 2 bikes. A motorbike and a bicycle. Definitely aspiring to new worlds. Let's clarify the Five of Wands, please. Clarifying the Five of Wands for my dear Group 1, please. Okay. You have the Lovers. What did I tell you? It wasn't about fighting. It was about being in awe with you, with this new stand ground concerning love. Page of Cups for my dear Group 1, please. Okay. Wow. And you have the Ten of Cups. Total bliss. Being elated with life. Being committed to be happy. Receiving what you have put out there. The perfect balance between all that you've wished for yourself, my dear Group 1. So the reading is pretty self-explanatory. Although you have been through hardship, my dear Group 1, you need to tap yourself on the shoulder and congratulate yourself for being so stoic, for being so courageous, for having done the shadow work that you have done in order to come out as this beautiful animal, able to see in the dark, able to walk gracefully, to go with the flow, and to open yourself to a love that is true, that is your life's destiny, that will bring you so much happiness, my dear group. Number one, I was just wondering, and if you please give me a second, I was just wondering, when is this door opening up for you, my dear group one? I just wanted to get my time oracle in order to see if we can get a glimpse of when is this happening to you, because from what I'm feeling, from what I'm getting is that this is already happening for you. This is a change that has already occurred, and you are already on this ride, right? You're already on the way to get this. But let's consult the Divine Time Oracle deck to see when is this happening for my dear group one, please. When is this happening for my dear group one, please? Wait. Can we get some information? Obviously, take time with a grain of salt. It's always something that might or might not resonate. Okay, it's this one. So you've got 2 months from now. So still during spring. Very interesting. Very interesting. So if you're watching this as I'm recording, we are in March. So May, perhaps the Fire Festival, Beltane, will bring you some news in love. It is, as I recall you, a festival where the ancient Celts used to used to renew their wedding vows. They would either stay with the person they were committed to, or they would change partners in the Beltane Fire Festival, commonly known as Beltane, but it's pronounced Beltane in Gaelic. So I would like to get some advice for you. This person that is on your path, that you will probably meet, or you will probably commit to in 2 months' time, what can I ask Spirit to please give me some advice for my dear group ones? So excited for you. And I think you are too, but just flow. Don't overthink it. It's time for me to heal now. So maybe this person is in a similar journey, and who knows, you might even be on a healing or a position that you might help each other. I would also like to get some more oracle cards for you. So for my dear group one, concerning this person that they will meet. Okay. Twin flame. This person is your mirror soul. This is why this connection feels so sacred. Yeah, definitely. It feels like a destiny in your life is being fulfilled. And it will be so bountiful, so beautiful. I mean, the 10 of Cups is like being elated with life. Having everything you've ever expected. Everything you ever expected, my dear group one. Oops, there we go. Let's see what this card is all about. Just rearrange the cards for you. So you've got this card. And it says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Definitely. And I think this is a lesson, my dear group one, that you have already learned, in the sense that you've been down with all the issues you had to deal with, and you figured out that being true to yourself, particularly with the star card here, is the only way to find real love. And finding real love, I remind you, is also finding love towards yourself, right? Not only towards others. Let's get a couple more. What would they say to you? I wish you were mine. So they are wishing for you as well. Let's get some more from this deck. What's the point of it all? So he might be a bit confused as to, this might even, just came out, Spirit saying this might even be someone that you are already in contact with, and you're not really seeing the potential. So this is very specific. This might be for someone out there who might have an interest in someone. That person has shown interest in you, but you are holding back. And so the person is thinking, what's the point of it all? I'm doing my best. She doesn't see me. So this person really wishes to be seen by you. But this is very particular for some of you, okay? This is very, very specific. And I need space. Yeah, this person might be a few steps back from where you were. He or she might be dwelling in a healing journey still. And they might be a bit insecure concerning taking a step. Oh my God, I left one on a table. Yeah, I'm taking it. I wish we could be together forever. So this person might be feeling a bit scared, particularly with this new state of mind that you are in. So confident, so secure of what you want, so free, because you are free. When you learn to love yourself and when you learn what you really want in life, you become a free person. Because then you know exactly what you want, and you won't be dwelling in situations that don't give you what you wish. And so this person might be a bit standoffish in the sense that, wow, I will never be enough for this person, because this person is like way too much for me. So they might even put you on a pedestal in this sense. But I think that, my dear group one, you will be able to bring this person back to earth and remind them that it isn't your place to heal them, but you might give some tips and some pointers as to what is still lacking in this person's journey. And so in the sense, you'll be the shaman, right, with this Emperor card, but you will also be the nurturer without relinquishing yourself, your essence, without pushing yourself to the side. You won't be keeping yourself cold in order to let others be warm, but you will be very important in this person's life, I assure you. Don't forget that you are the centerpiece of your flower bouquet. So my dear group 1, with this in mind, I'm wishing you so much luck with this new love phase in your life. This person is like 2 steps behind you, but when true love is about, is also giving a helping hand, but staying true to yourself, my dear group 1, is paramount at this stage of your life. So, my dear group 1, this is all I have for you. I hope you have enjoyed your reading. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Share, comment, or subscribe the channel. It's totally free, as are these readings. And I hope I can see you in a further reading. Goodbye. Hello, group 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Light Seers Tarot, as well as this key charm. I'm going to put this aside. And let's start off with some oracle cards to see what is installed for my dear group 2 when it comes to love. For my dear group 2, please. My dear group 2, please, Spirit, what is installed in love? Okay, thank you. If you are curious as to what decks I use, you can find a list of the decks I use in the description box. So feel free to browse. My dear group 2, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see what you have, my dear group 2. So you've got the vow. So beautiful. So for some of you, you might be even be getting married. You have ideation. And you have the black bear with the keyword guardian. And we shall read from the guidebook in a minute. Let me just read the statement. Gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. Wow, beautiful. Yeah, protect the ones you love. And the vow here. Yeah. It really looks as if you are already committed in a relationship, my dear group 2. But let's read from the guidebook with the black bear. Give me a second. Okay. Black bear. Guardian, courage, confidence, ferocity, strength, introspection, intuition, discerning, dreamer, solitude, urbanation, motherhood. The black bear is the consummate mother. She cares for her offspring with devotion. Woe to the one who gets between a mother and her cubs, her honey, or her ideals. Huge power can roar in bear and demands our respect. Their calm, gentle demeanor with their young ones is juxtaposed by explosive, I can't really see, by explosive, primal, the warrior ferocity. This is the dual nature of black bear. Black bears hibernate in the winter, and when they reappear in spring, they are renewed with energy and wisdom. They are they are revered for being shamanic messengers from spirits and dream time. If you are a black bear person, you have a formidable dynamic totem that will give you the map to survival and thriving. Bear brings you fearless power, hidden strength, and access to your dreams and your intuition. The dualism of yin and yang, with and without, calm and ferocity, is the balance and confidence black bear can bring you. Okay. So interesting. There is a dual nature to you that aims to protect the ones that you love. With the vow card, I think that you consider love to be something that is very sacred. And with the ideation card here, you are a person that truly believes in what they believe, right? Your ideas are pretty defendable in your light of mind, right? So you aren't someone who is changing their mind all the time. You have a clear notion of, or a clear idea, just to use the word here, you have a clear idea of what love is. It is something that you must protect to its fullest. And with the vow card, I think that you are someone who cherishes values such as fidelity, reciprocity, truth, and you weren't one to abdicate from these ideas within love, right? But let's get your cards and let's see what we are dealing with. For my dear group 2, for my dear group 2, no, oops, yes, it was a yes. Okay, let's see what you have. So we start off with the 7 of Cups. Okay. Then we have the 8 of Cups. Yeah. Choosing and leaving what doesn't suit you behind. Yeah. There was a choice made here. You have the Ace of Swords. You have the 6 of Wands. And you have the Star. Interesting. Interesting. I know that this is springtime, but the collective is getting very interesting readings when it comes to love energy. I'm sorry for coughing. I'm sorry. So, my dear group 2, you start off your reading with the 7 of Cups. And the 7 of Cups, as I've told you before, is a card of choices. Just look at his face. He's like pondering which cup to take, right? But it's also about searching for a purpose, right? It's about being a bit indecisive, right? Remember his posture like, which one should I choose? But it's also about making a wish. It's about wishful thinking. I wish I could get a certain kind of love, because you've had other relationships, right? With this 8 of Cups. You've had other relationships and you left them behind. You walked away. You let go. Because, obviously, these relationships weren't in agreement with what your ideas are and what your notion of love is, which I think for you, my dear group 2, it's a notion of devotion. You're taking vows and you want your love life to be sacred, right? You want your love relationships to be sacred because you are very protective of the ones you love. You are a very nourishing person. So you want to give this your whole, right? You don't tiptoe around relationships. It's either all or nothing, I think, for you, my dear group 2. So you've had to make some choices in your life, the ones that didn't suit or agree with your ideas and your beliefs when it comes to love, you've left behind. And then you have the Ace of Swords, which is about clarity, about breakthrough, right? About new ideas and a new vision for the future, I think, in this case, my dear group 2. Because then you have the Six of Wands. Once you've started to realize that you didn't want those relationships that weren't fully satisfying you, that weren't concurring with your notion of love, you had this pivotal moment, this clarity moment that made you be very guarded. I recall the Guardian card with the black bear. Very guarded in the sense that it's either this or nothing. And so that made you feel really empowered, really victorious, right? But it also made others recognize in you a strength and a truth that they didn't see before. And it's followed by the star, because obviously for you, my dear group 2, and particularly for you, this is a path that you want to take in love that will lead you to your life path, to your destiny, to your spirituality. For you, love is something that heightens your spirituality, because you do see love as sacred. When you find this new love, or when you have this notion that love for you is sacred and paramount in your life, then you will be uplifted. You will be content. You will be renewed and calm, and you will be filled with hope and inspiration. At least this is what I'm seeing at this time. But let's get some clarification cards for you, my dear group 2. So clarifying the Seven of Cups. Clarifying the Seven of Cups. Sorry, these are too many. Clarifying the Seven of Cups for my dear group 2. Okay. You have the Four of Wands. Clarifying the Eight of Cups. Too many again, sorry. Clarifying clarifying the Eight of Cups for my dear group 2. Eight of Cups, again, too many. Spirit is very eager to take all of your cards. Sending me lots and lots of cards, please, just the one with the utmost clarity. You have the Ten of Swords. Oh, yes. Ace of Swords clarified for my dear group 2, please. Ace of Swords. Oops, it fell on the floor. The Judgment, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Clarifying the Six of Wands. You have the Strength card. clarifying the star. Oh my God, half the deck just flew away. Okay, everybody's quite in a hurry. Clarifying the star. Oh my God, so many cards. Clarifying the star. Clarifying the star. You have the Tower. You have the Tower. Okay. No worries here. Yep. So, my dear group 2. 7 of Cups is clarified by the 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Wands is obviously a card of celebrating, right? Of community, of home. So in a sense, you might have been partying a lot, so you had so many choices that you probably went for the wrong ones. And so you have decided to walk away from something with this 10 of Swords here that was wasn't. I'm lacking words and I'm stuttering. This is not a good sign, because the 10 of Swords is a card of feeling exhausted, feeling collapsed, but you walked away because something was draining you, right? But, or maybe there was a betrayal. But see how these 2 cards are so beautifully depicting a person walking away from trouble. Yeah, you clearly walked away from trouble. And you have 2 cards of clarity. You have the Ace of Swords and you have the Judgment card. And the Judgment, we've already talked about the Ace of Swords. But the Judgment card is a card that is about awakening and renewal, right? But it's also a card of self-assessing and being decisive. It's a card of forgiveness. So with this particular card here, I think you had to forgive yourself in order to let love in once again, right? And this gave you such a boost with the 6 of Wands and the Strength card. You felt really proud of yourself. You felt really courageous. And with the Star and the Tower here, I think that you have gone through the process believing with a stern belief that you are worthy of what you expect from love, right? With this ideation and this guardian, the black bear card, and with the vow. Of course, people always say, oh my goodness, I have the Tower card in my reading, and Tower cards are about destruction and trauma and disaster, but it is the end of a cycle. And with the Star here and the Tower card here, just have a look. Both of them are receiving light from above. So I think that you had to go through these moments because they were divinely guided, my dear group 2. You were divinely guided to relinquish everything that you have already faced in order to get this strength, this clarity, this self-forgiveness, right? Don't forget that, and I also said this to Pile 1, in order to receive proper love, you need to love yourself the most. And with the black bears are associated with motherhood. So instead of parenting others, maybe you should take that role onto yourself and nourish and protect yourself as if you were the little cub. That's your inner child speaking right now. So, but my dear group 2, I think that you are up to a new stage of your love. Indeed, you are. I'm going to get the Divine Time Oracle, and I want to see for my dear group 2, when is this love coming in? When is this commitment coming in? Because you're not sticking to anything else but commitment. Whoa, in a couple of weeks. Are you perhaps already dating someone who is going to propose? Also with the Four of Wands here. If you are with a person, then, my dear group 2, I think that some sort of announcement is going to rise up. This person is someone, I think, if you are with a person, if you're not single, this person is someone who really admires you for what you have achieved with yourself. He's a big fan of yours. Let's get some more oracle cards for my dear group 2. My dear group 2, okay. Be honest. Yeah. Be honest. Heart-to-heart conversations are necessary. It is safe for you to talk about your feelings. Yes, this is the pivotal moment I was talking about. And I previously mentioned this for you as well. If you guard it towards yourself, if you cherish yourself as much as you cherish others, then you won't be dealing with the wrong choices and the walking away. You just need to be honest to your ideas, to your values, right? You need to protect your truth. This was coming up, yeah. This was actually coming up with this Ace of Swords and the Judgment card. Let's see what else. I want to get some advice for you, my dear group 2. And that will get to your person. Okay. I know that I crossed the line with you. Yeah, I think you've heard this one a couple of times with this Ten of Swords. Yep, people have crossed lines with you, my dear group 2. But this is something that you are no longer available to take in. Spirit is saying, listen, you've been down that road before. Never again, right? Never again. Never again. Oops, you have 2. Okay. Let me just show you your cards. Oops. Both are a bit hot in a sense, okay? So you have passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy. You are fiery. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Yeah, again, my dear group 2, I think that you are someone who cherishes a relationship as something that is very sacred. And so, because you had to take all these steps back and forth in your choices, you have now come to a point in your life that you know precisely that you want to be passionate, that you want to be healed, that true love brings all the elation and the happiness that you seek. Let's get some messages from them to you. 3 cards, please, Spirit. 3 cards. My dear group 2. Okay. My goodness, that's too many. 3 cards. Okay. I need some more time before I can come to you. So this proposal might not be in a couple of weeks. I must tell you. I always tell them. I always tell everybody. Take time with a grain of salt. Yeah. Okay, what else have we got? What else have we got? Here, group 2. Oops. We were always meant to meet. It was written in the stars. Yeah, this person will actually be your your companion, your spouse. This is something long-lasting, particularly with the vow. My love for you is stronger than ever. Yeah, this partner will be someone who will stick by your side through thick and thin. Through thick and again, this problem of speaking. You guys, you need to be honest with each other. You have to promote communication in a relationship, but in this one particularly, I'm sensing that because of my stuttering and my inability to speak out the words correctly, that you will be needing to speak about everything in your relationship. So this person will be with you through thick and thin. That's what I wanted to tell you. So expect someone who is resilient, who is open-hearted with the Be Honest card. And this person will bring you passion and healing. And I think that in this sense, you will both bring each other these parts of love. So, my dear group 2, this was a reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, share, comment, or subscribe to the channel. It's totally free, as are these readings, and it's a very nice way for supporting me. And I hope I can see you in a further reading. Goodbye. Hello, group 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the Dreams Within Dreams Tarot. And also this beautiful charm. It's a heart key, as were all the others. I'm going to put your charm here. Let me start off by shuffling some oracle cards for you. So for my dear group 3, what is going on with their love life? Group 3. Okay. If you are interested in knowing the names of the decks that I use, you will find them listed in the description box as usual. Okay, that was quick. Group 3, please. Group 3. Oh, no, I just want one. Sorry, have to go again. Oh, my dear group 3. Group 3, please, spirits. Okay, that's the one. So let's see what you've got. You have the prayer. Is this something you have been praying for, my dear group 2? I'm sorry, my dear group 3. You have ghosts. This is very particular, and take it only if it resonates. But for some of you, someone might have ghosted you. And that hurt you real deeply. And finally, you have the white stag with the keyword protector. You are an old soul. Your best friend is nature. Use your intuition to take you where you want to go. Awaken the powerful force within you. You are meant to create blessings with your magic. I'm going to read this from the guidebook, actually. The white stag is a very spiritual animal, and you do have prayer here, so you might be a very spiritual person, dear group 3. And with ghost here, as I've said, for a particular, very particular group, you might have been ghosted by someone. But for some of you also, this can mean that you are able to connect across the veil and receive messages from past ones. But let's get your guidebook. Give me just a second. Okay. The white stag, nobility, transitions, spirit journey, change, king of the forest, dreams, foreknowing, leadership, romance, vitality, solitude, protection, purity, masculine, luck. So the white stag is revered in many myths and cultures. To the Celts, the majestic white stag was one who moved between the worlds. To Christians, stag represents Christ and the miracle of rebirth and renewal. To some, stag was fertility and abundance. White stag is often compared to the sacred white buffalo for its connection to the Great Spirit. It is usually agreed that if white stag appears to you in dreams, meditation, or the physical world, it is powerful medicine. Stag, as a totem, belongs to the old souls. Stag people sense that they have been down this earth road before. If white stag is your totem, you will feel intimately linked to nature and need its solace. You are a natural leader and will feel the need to guide and protect the vast magic of the woodlands and those who dwell there. White stag people are connected to nature spirits and feel their presence. You are intuitive and can often sense the future. Your crown of horns, like branches from a tree reaching upwards, grows ever higher in a quest for spiritual knowing. If stag is your medicine, you have more blessings than you know, more knowledge than you imagine, and more magic than you can ever believe. Very interesting. So, my dear group 3, you are, so to speak, the spiritual group, right? With a prayer card, with a ghost card, and a white stag card. I do recall you that the white stag is a spirit that dwells between the physical world and the other world, and the ghost card here just corroborates that beautifully. You are someone who believes in the power of words, in the power of prayer, in the power of the heart, and therefore your perspective of love is a highly spiritual one. Obviously, that doesn't mean that you are someone who is detached from sensuality or sexuality. That's not what I'm saying, but you are someone who feels love in a much higher perspective, right? But let's see what your tarot cards have in store for you. Sorry. So, for my dear group 3, please, Spirit, can we get some information as detailed as possible concerning group 3's path in love? What is their situation in love? What is going on in group 3's love life? Spirits? Nope. It's too many. Need the utmost clarity, please, spirits. Thank you. So let's put your deck to the side and see what cards you have. So you start off with the Justice card. It is then followed by the Four of Coins, which is the Four of Pentacles, sorry. Then it is followed by the Four of Cups. It is followed by the Three of Coins, the Three of Pentacles. And the Eight of Cups. Right. What a storyboard. My dear group 3. I will need some clarification afterwards for certain. But let's delve into this. So you start off with the Justice card. There might have been some karmic issues here with your love life. Some karmic issues that were dealt with by using your own truth, using your own judgment, using your own set of values, right? But this karmic situation may have put you in a standstill position, right? You needed to handle the situation in order to feel safe and comforted, right? You had to raise some boundaries to yourself. Look at the boundary here. You had to set yourself some boundaries because, as depicted in this particular card, you are a very special being indeed. And you are someone who is worthy of being protected. Then you have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is about being a bit disconnected, a bit melancholic. You might have isolated yourself after this period. You might have felt the need to contemplate about what you wanted in love, right? You might have even felt a bit bored, to be honest. But then there's the Three of Coins. I'm sorry for being humorous about this. I absolutely have no intention of laughing at the situation. It must have been an ordeal for you. So I do apologize because I was only laughing because then you have the Three of Coins, which is actually collaboration and creating structures and getting to work with the team, right? You might have had a group of friends, not that many, but a group of friends, of true friends, that helped you deal with this karmic situation and that helped you face the truth that you need to walk away from something. You are such a spiritual person that even though Spirit has shown you lots and lots of time, you have this inner nature that tells you never to give up. And so you spent your time trying and trying and trying, making this situation go for the best. But it never did, because it was a karmic, right? And so this particular group of friends, when they saw you put up your boundaries, being a bit secluded from the world, taking your time, feeling a bit recoiled, they helped you to see that, listen, you just need to walk away from this. Despite the fact that you are such an intuitive and spiritual person, it seems that it is as if Spirit had to work through others, through your best friends, through your inner circle, in order for you to realize the honest truth, which is walk away, leave it behind. But let's get some clarification cards. Clarifying the Justice card, I'm sorry. Clarifying the Justice card for my dear group 3, please. Clarifying. No. It's this one. Yeah, the Seven of Swords. This was someone who was kind of a trickster, right? Someone who hadn't the best intentions, someone who worked behind your back. Yeah, this was a treacherous person. Let's clarify the Four of Coins, and that's why Spirit just intervened and made you walk away. So let's clarify the Four of Coins for my dear group 3. You have the Ace of Cups. Definitely putting up boundaries started a path for you to look at love in a bright new perspective. It's just so beautiful that when you realize that you have to put your boundaries up, your heart opens a new space. Because you feel already protected, it allows you to open up to new possibilities. It's just so beautiful, because the most important thing is guarded, and you know now exactly what to set on the table. So I allow this. I no longer want anything to do with this karmic part of my life. I'm protecting myself, and thus I open myself to a new possibility in love. You might have even asked your ancestors and your spirit guides for help in this sense. Yep. Yeah, I'm clearly sensing that. Let's clarify. Oops, sorry. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the Four of Cups. Clarify the Four of Cups, please, Spirit, for my dear group 3. It's this one, okay. And you have the Nine of Cups. So moving from apathy, boredom, being isolated, to a wish fulfillment, to dancing to your own tune. So beautiful. Let's clarify the Three of Coins. You have the King of Wands. The Phoenix is rising again. And let's clarify the Eight of Cups, please. Clarifying the Eight of Cups. Ah, interesting. This is a card that is new to this deck, and it's called Déjà Vu. So you will... It's so interesting because the mirror, look, the mirror is cracked, but the reflection is not particularly the same, right? The observer's hair is a bit messy, but the person in the reflection is quite composed, right? So what this card is conveying me is that you will go through a new love experience, but in a neater way, right? With the best version of yourself. You will be setting your boundaries, walking away from what you don't need, and you will be celebrating a new version, a better version of yourself in this new love. This is very promising, my dear group 3, very promising indeed. And I'm so glad that you got this particular card, which is unique to this particular tarot deck. I just wanted to consult my Divine Timing Oracle to see when is this new love coming in to my dear group 3. Can we please have a card to specify the time frame? Obviously take time with a grain of salt, as I always say, but can we please have a peek of when this is happening? You've got 2 cards, amazingly. Okay, so 2 advices. No need to hurry, because it will come within a couple of months. So when time is concerned, what Spirit is saying, don't worry about it, don't hurry, don't rush into any sudden moves, because it will happen, right? Your spirit guides are here with you, both through the white stag and also with the ghost card. I think that the fact that you are very spiritual, you might even get some input concerning as to what this person may be. But I think that your intuition will tell you when you meet this person and when you feel ready to go on this love journey with this person. I just want to get some advice for you. Okay, that was fast. Oh goodness, I think this is a message from your person. Just being near you is intoxicating. Okay. So yeah, I think that you are a very special creature indeed. That is very passionate with the King of Wands, obviously. So you might have had a glow up here after this setting of boundaries, right? And with the help of others and realizing your own truth, you had this upheaval, this pivotal moment when you started facing that love is for you. You are not condemned to walk this earth alone. Love is for you. And you might have had a glow up, so you might look so beautiful now, my dear group 3, or others may see you, so you might see yourself as the same, but you are not the same when it comes to the eyes of others. And with the Deja Vu cards, again, you are looking yourself in the mirror, but you are a better version of yourself now. So I think this is very beautiful. Let me just get some more guidance cards for you. So for my dear group 3, can I please have 1 card concerning this relationship? Boundaries, what did I tell you? This is so on the mark. You need to teach people how to treat you by being clear on what you will or won't allow. Yeah, definitely. And look where it sits. I've put this card in all the readings here, so it sits beautifully over the Justice card and the 7 of Swords. Yeah, boundaries are paramount for you, my dear group 3. Let's get some more guidance cards, my dear group 3. Okay. You have Twin Flames, Passion Ignites. And I'm going to put this here right next to the King of Wands. And now I would like to get 3 cards to convey some messages from this person that is coming into your life. Can I please, oops, don't pressure me. Well, when you set your boundaries, maybe the person will be pressured. And I think that you will have to be very, very clear when it comes to your boundaries, because that is the key to success. That is the key to your love. So no funny business, no giving in. You need to be very, very clear. That's the only way you can succeed in this relationship, my dear group 3, or in any. Why do we have to be apart? So maybe you need some time on your own, and this person will have to understand, because you're so spiritual and you need solace in nature. You may be someone who needs their own space, their own time, and this person needs to understand that, because I think that's one of your boundaries. And I miss you. Yeah. This person will definitely miss you. They will be there for you. They will be there for you. And I think that despite the fact that there are some doubts concerning this need for taking your own time, so you have the no need to hurry card. This may even be something that you will be saying to this person, but I think it's very, very important to set your boundaries, because despite the fact that you will be a very passionate couple, very into each other, as I might say, this person will have to understand that you are your own person and you will be needing your own space in order for this relationship to work out. So, my dear group 3, brilliant reading. I'm wishing you all the best with this new love journey, and I hope you liked your reading. If you did, give me a thumbs up, share, comment, or subscribe to the channel. It's totally free, as are these readings, and I hope I can see you in a further reading. Goodbye.